In another case of let them fight, former President Donald Trump has threatened to sue Fox News. So now on his failing
Truth Central
platform, Trump announced that he is considering suing the news network for what he calls false advertising. So let me explain, because any lawsuit on this would make absolutely no sense and would get laughed out of court. It's ridiculous. But what happened is the Lincoln Project has bought some airtime, and they ran it in a very specific local market where Trump happens to own a golf course. So what they did is, Trump's at Bedminster or Trump's wherever, Mar-a-Lago. We're going to buy an ad specifically in that market so we know he's going to see it. And it's going to piss him off, and then it'll be funny. And guess what? It was. Now, here's the thing. It was not bought through Fox News, and it did not air nationally. But again, those are facts. Facts don't matter because Donald Trump's feelings took over, and he had a lot of those feelings. Let me first show you the ad to illustrate why.
Trump told you the election was stolen to rip you off, to sucker you, to take your hard-earned money and shovel it into his pockets. He spent it on himself, not to take back the White House. It was the biggest scam in political history. Every dollar you sent him paid to keep his shaky business empire and lavish lifestyle going. It was a sucker's game all along. And you know who the sucker is? It's you.
Oh, he don't like that. He didn't like that at all. Because you know, he was sitting there, and that ad comes up on the TV. Well, we also know, thanks to his response. In fact, I'm going to give you that. He said, "The perverts and lowlifes of the Lincoln Project are back on. Where else? Fox News. I thought they ran away to the asylum after their catastrophic campaign with charges made against him that were big-time sleaze. And me getting many millions more votes in 2020 than I got in 2016. Not enough to win. The Paul Ryan-run Fox only has high standards for Trump ads, but not for anyone else. The perverts should not be allowed to false advertise. And Fox News should not allow it to happen. See you all in court." Now, as I mentioned before, that lawsuit has about a 0% chance of actually happening. Likely because, look, it's a ridiculous premise, suing Fox News for that. For, again, freedom of speech, too. But also, if they did, if he did try to sue them, well, then any court that would take it might have to ask him some uncomfortable questions about discovery, especially since the whole crux of the ad or the charges against him or allegations is that he bilked people out of money. So the obvious question is, where did the money go? What did you do with the money that you got from your donors? That's a question that Donald Trump would likely not want to answer. Like, where did you spend that money? Did you buy autographed pictures of yourself like you did with the charity that got shut down? Again, Trump consistently takes money from people and then lies about where it's actually going. He also claims to be rich, and of course we find out that he's got the RNC that was paying his legal bills to the tune of up to $1.6 million. So if you're a Republican, you donate to the Republican Party, the RNC, you're paying Trump's legal bills from before he became president. Before he even started running for president, he had legal bills that the RNC stepped in to pay. No, total and complete grift. He's taking all of this money and just spending it on himself, his own bills. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, what is he doing with his own money? Or is, why would a supposed billionaire be using other people's money? Because that's all he's ever done, is use people's money. Now, look, if you want to be a sucker, okay? If you're a Republican and you're giving money to Trump, go ahead, give him all the money you want. I'm not going to stop you. But hey, I at least want you to know where it's going to, and that it's not going, very likely not going to the thing you sent him money for. It's going right into his pocket. Now, pointing that out, of course, is why Trump has gotten so mad. Now, that said, one of the founders of the Lincoln Project, Rick Wilson, decided to respond to Donald Trump. Here's what he first said to Mediaite. In 2020, the Lincoln Project took up a long-term free lease in Trump's brain. His threat to sue the Lincoln Project today is like Trump himself. Impotent, flabby, empathetic. Ooh. Let me just say, that's pretty funny. But it gets better, because in a video message he sent on Twitter addressing Trump, he said this.
Go for it. Go for it, bitch. Come at me. I can't wait. You're not going to sue anybody, Donald. You're not going to do shit. You're not going to do a goddamn thing. You are weak. You are impotent. You are flabby. You are a thief of classified documents. You are a traitor to this country. You've tried to overthrow this government and the system of our peaceful transition of power, and fuck you. We will keep kicking your ass every single day.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed that immensely. Look, obviously, I don't agree with Republicans on policy, but one thing I can respect about them is that they will fight, and they'll be vicious about it. I think that's something that is lacking generally on the left. Okay, at least when it comes to Democratic politicians, they really don't know how to fight like this. But Republicans do. They will rip you apart rhetorically. I happen to like strength in politics. I enjoy it. I enjoy kicking my opponent's ass in a rhetorical way, of course. We're not talking violence here. We're not into violence. But look, that's why I've actually been enjoying some of the Dark Brandon stuff as well. Because, hey, oh, look, look, Joe Biden's getting a little feisty. I love it. And by the way, a lot of Democrats are feeling the same way. Like, oh, hey, look at that. Joe Biden's got some pep in his step, and he's actually going after Republicans. Good. Good. Now, as far as this goes, look, Lincoln Project's good for one thing. Getting under Donald Trump's skin. It might not do anything. It's probably not going to convince any MAGA chuds. But God damn it, it feels good. And I'm here for it.